welcome back to another edition of NXT Out of 10 right here on the Wrestle Debate. It is the go-home show for the Great American Bash, which will be airing on NXT over the next 2 weeks. Wonder why they came up with that? Who knows, it's a mystery. But anyway, let's get straight into it. So the show opened with Cameron Grimes v Damien Priest. Grimes got in the ring and says Priest slashed his own tyres and attacked himself earlier today. Grimes wants the referee to ring the bell and crown him the winner. Priest appears on the stage with referees holding him back. Priest's ribs are in tapes after Priest, then Priest stomps Grimes into the corner. Priest clutches at his ribs again after they're injured. Then Priest telegraphs a back body drop. Grimes clubs Priest back, and anyway, as you can tell, it's quite a back and forward match before Grimes eventually got the win with another cave-in. This was actually a good match to start off the show. Very entertaining, so I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. In the parking lot, Rhea Ripley bumped into Robert Stone, and Robert Stone once again said he wanted to sign Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley refuses, beats him up and puts him in the trash can again before Aliyah turns up, and that sets up a match for later in the show. And then we got Santos Escobar v Jake Atlas. I quite enjoyed this match, a really good match. Santos Escobar eventually getting the win, but it just definitely develops Escobar's heel ability, and wasn't a bad match, so I can't complain. 6.5 out of 10. Back to Undisputed Therapy, and it appeared that Roderick Strong's therapist was indeed Kyle O'Reilly, and he now wasn't scared of Dexter Lumis, and he believed he can win the match. Backstage, Malcolm Bivens says he is pissed off to the point of pistivity, which was a great line. Bivens said they just wanted to see who won the tag team title match last week. Then we got another women's tag match between Catanzaro and Carter v Kai and Gonzalez. Kai puts Catanzaro into Cetus octopus hold, and Catanzaro taps out. I mean, this was just a nothing match. They say they're going after the tag titles, but I don't believe it. I mean, yeah, it just wasn't very good. 6.25 out of 10. Then Karrion Kross v Bronson Reed. Reed and Kross go nose to nose. Reed runs over Kross, then Kross obliterates Reed with a right hand, and it just kept on going like this until eventually Kross got the upper hand and hit a Doomsday Sato and locked in the Kross jacket, and Reed taps out immediately. This put Bronson Reed over as someone who could actually challenge Kross, and Kross just looks like an absolute monster. So overall, this was very good. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. We then got a quick interview from Adam Cole saying it doesn't matter who wins the triple threat match later tonight because it will be all of them. Then Rhea Ripley v Aliyah. Aliyah tries to run away, but Ripley grabs her by the tights. They fight for a little bit. Then Robert Stone tries to interrupt, and then Rhea Ripley just about beats out Robert Stone, but he gets away quickly. Then Ripley hits the riptide for the win in a fairly quick match after a distraction. Call me a goof, but I don't even mind this stuff. 6.75 out of 10. We then got Dexter Lumis v Roderick Strong. Could Strong overcome his fears? No, he couldn't. Fish had to stop Strong from running away again. Strong tries to psych himself up, but he tries to leave again. Fish yells at Strong to get back in, but he just couldn't do it, and this goes on until he just runs away and is counted out, and Dexter Lumis gets the win. I like this character development, and next week they're going to have a no count-out match, I believe, or something like that. So I do quite like this character development, so I'm going to give it a 6.75 out of 10. It was then announced next week we're getting Rhea Ripley v Aliyah and Robert Stone, and if Ripley loses, she joins the Robert Stone brand. Then it was our main event time, Gargano Lee Balor for the North American title. The match ended when Lee picks up Balor and hits the Big Bang Catastrophe after Balor crushed Gargano and looked to have the match won. But Keith Lee just about nicked the pin and won the match. Call me a cynic as you want, but I thought this underwhelmed a bit. It wasn't a brilliant match, which I was expecting. It was a good match, but I was probably expecting better, to be honest. And for that reason, I'm only going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Overall this week, NXT gets a 6.5 out of 10. There were some segments that were quite good, like the Dexter Loomis Strong one was really good. The Rhea Ripley Robert Stone one I didn't mind, but then there were just some that felt rushed, like the Glee Bala Gargano and American Bash just isn't necessary, and their build hasn't been anywhere near as good as AEW's, so I can see them getting trounced next week. But yeah, I thought it was an average show, but no more. 6.5 out of 10. For me, the winner of the Wednesday Night War this week was AEW. I mean, NXT's pay-per-view next 2 weeks just feels so rushed and unnecessary, and it's just petty, to be honest with you. And I think they're going to get absolutely trounced because of it. AEW continued their solid build, whereas NXT just feels so rushed. So for that reason, AEW scored a pretty comfortable win. However, I do have a slight suspicion because of the triple threat match. NXT might nick the ratings, so I'm going to say NXT 715, AEW 705, but I'm expecting that to change big time next week. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the Wednesday Night Wars and NXT in the comments down below. Link to Twitter for daily wrestling news. Subscribe to my other channels on screen now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.